In the home environment, we've known for many years that probably the single most important thing parents can do for their kids is to read to them. So giving them that, what that does is it gives them exposure to the language of books, which is slightly different from oral language. It gives them exposure to a lot of vocabulary that they wouldn't hear just in daily conversation kinds of things. And it provides them with a lot of information or knowledge that's contained in books that are written for children. Now, that's not to say that oral language isn't equally important. So in other words, a lot of conversation should be going on. Hopefully, conversation that's embedded in different times during the day, and just that whole notion of talking with children is extremely important, because one of the things that does is build vocabulary. And what we know is that the single largest factor in children's reading comprehension when they're in 3rd grade or 5th grade or 8th grade or 10th grade is vocabulary. So the more you can build children's vocabulary, the better off kids are going to be. And I think the other thing about literacy in the home environment is for parents of young children to think about how can we kind of embed literacy in our everyday activities that we're doing, no matter what it is. So if you're, as a parent, cooking something and your child is there in the kitchen, you may know the recipe by heart, but why not get it out and look at it together? So then you're bringing print into the children's environment. And you know, the other piece of this too is, as we're thinking about changing notions or changing definitions of literacy, the technology part becomes important for young children. Now, there's a lot of debate about whether or not very young children, like under the age of 2, should be interacting with things like iPads, but I don't think there's any debate about how beneficial that can be for 3-year-olds and 4-year-olds.